and welcome to my channel. My name is Deva and I'm a psychic medium, and I'm here trying all kinds of woo things you and I are going to go through together, and we're going to take a look at their validity, how good they are. We're going to do some unboxings, and today I am going to show you one of my deck of oracle cards. I have a bit of an addiction to oracle decks, which is funny because I don't really use them in my reading. I don't use any cards in my reading, tarot or oracle decks. It's just me and spirit. Spirit talks to me and I communicate to you. But I love the decks. And for some reason, my followers love these decks too. And so we're gonna go through some of the decks I have. I also have a ton that I have bought that have not been open, and we're gonna go through those. And we're gonna see what some of the decks are about, how good they are, would I use them? And when I say that, I mean, do I like them enough to keep them? Occasionally I will use them in a reading if I feel that there is something for them, and I will get them to pick the card that is needed, and I will figure out what deck I'm being drawn to. But that's basically it. So let's have a look. So the deck we're going to be looking at today is probably one of my favorites, and it's kind of hit or miss online on TikTok more than anything. And part of it, I think, is because it can be polarizing, and you'll see why in a minute. So this deck doesn't have a box, doesn't have a book, doesn't have anything. I can't even remember where I bought this deck, but I get asked a lot about where I got this deck or what deck it is. And so I will tell you in just a minute. I'm not keeping that information from you. But that is probably one of the number one questions people ask me on all platforms. They'll say, oh, that's a beautiful deck. What deck is that? So this is why I'm doing this channel and this video series, so that we can have a closer look. And if you like them, you have the option of going to find them. And if I can find a link, I'll put it in the description. So take a look. If not, you may have to do some sleuthing. They may not be easy to find because I do buy them from all different places. But this one I loved. I think I got it on Etsy, if I'm not mistaken. And this deck is called Bitchslaps from the Universe Oracle Deck. You gotta love that, right? I mean, what other oracle deck is called Bitchslaps? And sometimes it feels like the universe does bitch slap us, right? How many times has something happened and you're like, ha ha, very funny. Very effing funny. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I say it often. But this deck is by Catherine Graham, and I love this deck. I love its messaging. I love how it messages. I think we take ourselves too seriously. And if cursing, using curse words is not your thing, I get it. I totally get it. But that's not me. So if it offends you, I am not your person. Because it is a way I find huge release in being able to use curse words. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about cursing? Is it something you try not to do? Is it something you feel bad about using words, verbiage like that? Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. But I'm going to say right now, if cursing is not your thing or you're easily offended by it, I'm not your fucking person. Just saying. And I'm sorry that I'm not your person, but I find huge release in being able to swear. And I mean, I do know there is a time and a place for it, but I do enjoy a good curse word. I have seen a lot of these recently, and I don't know if this is the algorithm. I don't know if it's probably the algorithm, but you know, I saw them once somewhere, and now all of a sudden I get sent all these places that make them. They're mugs, and at the bottom of the mugs are beautiful messages like cunt burger or fuck off. I don't know. It's my love language, I guess. So a friend of mine and I, every time we come across these, we send them to each other, and we keep joking that we're going to need bigger kitchen space to hold all our mugs. Anyway, so back to the deck. When I see a deck, I look for a bunch of different things. I look through the pictures to see some of the artwork that may be present on the cards. And part of that reasoning is, am I drawn to it? Is there something that draws me to the artistry? Because that can help me in the messaging. It can help me decipher codes, decipher messages that are meant to be given, whether I'm doing it for myself or whether I might be doing it for somebody else. So I do look at the artwork, because I find if that doesn't resonate with me, I'm not going to use the cards. And then I try to see kind of what is the messaging behind the cards. So oftentimes you'll see decks and there'll be very few pictures, because I don't want to give too much away, and I get that. But they'll have pictures of a few cards, and I'll read the messaging on as many cards that are available. And so in looking at the cards and reading them, I can see, does that resonate with me? Does the messaging resonate with me? And there are many times I have said nope, and I've moved on, because the messaging just didn't sit with me. And if it doesn't, they're not meant for me. They're not meant for me to use on myself, to use to help other people. It's just not for me, or not for me at that time. Who knows? Maybe a couple years down the road, maybe that'll change. But that is how I go about finding a deck. And I truly recommend that for people. Decks are very personal, and they can mean very different things to different people. The same deck can be read very differently between two different people. So, you know, it is personal. It is how it resonates with you. And it's part of, I think, tapping into your intuitive abilities. Because if you don't trust yourself to make that decision for yourself, how are you going to read the messaging that is meant for you if you're not trusting yourself? So, you know, it's all about intuition, trusting your gut. So anyway, these spoke to me loudly, and I was like, I need these cards, and I got them. And I am not disappointed. So let me just randomly choose some. So I'll show you what I do when I use a deck of cards. I often will knock 3 times. And my intention of doing this is to clear the cards' energy that may be sitting on them, may be still lingering from past use. It's basically wiping them clean to start fresh. And then I will set an intention, asking Spirit, you know, please give me what is meant for me and what is meant for my highest and best good. What message do I need to hear today? And then I'll shuffle them. Now, these are way too big for me to shuffle this way. So I shuffle them this way. Just makes it easier. And oftentimes there are cards that will fly out. And I look at that as, is Spirit doing that? Maybe this is the one that is meant for me. Sometimes I will find a card and I'm like, yep, this one feels right. So I'm gonna put that down. And, you know, other times I might spread them out. Can I, oops, no. I was gonna say, can I show you? Come on a journey with me. I will spread them out and I will see which one feels right. This one. All right, so I messed it up. I accidentally turned the camera off while I was trying to show you. So anyway, I fanned them out. I picked a card. So I have 3 cards that have come out in different ways, and let's see what they have to say. And if it resonates with you, give me a comment. Let me know if something sort of really hit, and we'll see what happens together. So the first card that jumped out when I was shuffling, it says, "You are enough." Doesn't that just hit right off the bat? Stop fucking telling yourself that you're not. If you wouldn't say it to your kid, your best friend, or your sister, then stop fucking saying it to you. Did that hit? Yeah, it did with me too. I say a lot of things to myself that I wouldn't say to other people. I need to get better at self-talk. How about you? So, I think that resonated. You? Let's see what card number 2 said. So, again, nice short message. It says that negative voice in your head that you've been pushing away for days, it's your fucking inner child wanting attention. Stop fucking ignoring it and give some love to yourself. Well, don't these go hand in hand? I often find that happens too. And when you look at the deck and just how many cards there are, and I promise you, I've read them all, they're all very different messaging. When you get 2 cards kind of tapping into the same thing, both retrieved very differently. One popped out of the deck, one I randomly chose out of the deck. Then to me, that's not a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. There's messaging here that is happening. So really, let me know in the comments, is this hitting for you? Is this messaging kind of a bitch slap from the universe, which is exactly why these cards are called that. All right, let's see what card number 3 says. Card number 3. Nice, beautiful pink artwork. It says let me try speaking English. The only duality there is the one you create in your own mind. Everything is one and nothing all at the same fucking time. Stop fucking labeling shit as one way or another. Accept all as belonging. So this, a little bit of different messaging than what the other 2 cards were, but it kind of ties these 2 cards together in some way, right? It's saying, you know, the messaging I'm getting from all 3 cards, stop telling yourself that you are one thing or another, and just start being. Start expressing yourself. Be you. Be authentically you, right? And we all have trouble with that. We want so badly to fit in that we tell ourselves we have to be a certain way, but that might not be who we are, and it might not feel right, but we do it anyway. And so this is a reminder that you are enough just as you are. You don't need to change to be what everybody else expects you to be. And so this is saying, stop putting a label on it. Stop telling yourself that you have to be a certain way, and just be. Just be. This makes me think of a story. Take a seat, have a drink. When I was in high school, which I'll be honest was a little while ago, there were different cliques, different groups, right? There was the popular crowd, there was the sporty jocks, there was, I don't know what we called at that time, the nerds, there was the techies, there was, the theater people. There were all different kinds of groups. And it never fit with me. None of it fit with me. I didn't feel I belonged to any of them, but I felt like I did to all of them in some way, if that made sense. I never understood the whole clique mentality because I had friends in all the different groups. I was in classes with people in all the different groups, and I didn't understand why we had to label people by these cliques we created. Because there were some lovely people who were in the popular crowd who I got along with, and some I would hang out with. And then there were also amazing people who were techies, and I learned a lot from them and actually learned to rely a lot on them in certain aspects because they could do things I could not. And I valued what they brought to the table. So to me, these labels we put on ourselves to be a certain way, to be popular, we want so desperately to be an influencer. We want to be like everybody else. What is trending? What is trending right now? I've got to do what's trending. I've got to use trending music. I've got to trend. No, we don't. And I'm trying to live by that because part of me wants to as well. I want this channel to take off. I want to be able to make money independently through doing my social media and all the work that I put into those things. But at the same time, I'm not willing to adhere to a certain way of doing things. And I think we need to make that the norm. We need to make it okay to dress however we want, to do things in our own way. It doesn't have to be done a certain way. And we shouldn't have to fit in these boxes that we create for ourselves. Now, I was a teacher once upon a time, and it drove me nuts that we would always put kids in a box. We always like to label them. And I do understand that sometimes those labels are needed to get them the help that they need. But when we put a label on something, we tell them that's where they should fit. And that may not resonate with them. And then they feel like they forever don't belong because we are not accepting them outside of that label. So I guess my main message is you be you. Don't worry about what other people are doing. We shouldn't worry about whether or not, somebody's fitting into these social norms. These people are living together and they're not married. I mean, that was a thought once upon a time. And now it's more acceptable and most people don't care if you live with a partner and you're not married. So just live and let live. Just be. Find your happiness. Find your joy. What makes you happy? If wearing purple lipstick makes you happy, do it. If I could find a good one, I would. If anybody has any suggestions, put them in the comment. I love purple. My point is, we don't have to fit into any box. That's what society says. But why do we let them be in charge of what we do? Live outside of your box. You be you. Find your happiness. Find your joy. You are enough. Just as you are. Right? Continue down your path. Continue with the intention for growth and for things to serve you for your best and highest good. That's all you can do. Let go of what no longer serves you. If there are people in your life that no longer serve you, let them go. And I know it's hard. It's not easy. I'm saying it and I'm, excuse me, I'm making it sound like it's easy. I know it's not. But we have to support each other on this journey. We can't get through life without it, right? And here's a little bit of information. None of us are getting out of this life alive. So we got to do the best we can with what we got. We need to support each other. We need to care less about what other people are doing, and we need to focus more on what we are doing. So what are you going to do for yourself that makes you feel loved, that makes you happy, and that reminds you that you are enough? And with that, I'm going to close this out. So this was the Bitchslaps from the Universe Oracle deck. Let me know below what you thought. I will put the name and the creator in the description. I will see if I can find them and put a link for you. It's no affiliation, not helping me in any way other than I want to support an artist who put together a great deck. I think they're great. And let me know what you thought in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.